Hi everyone, it's me, Hopefully Skinny, and I'm going to jump into the numbers because I have kind of an interesting topic that I want to talk about today. So my numbers are, this is week 37 by the way, I remembered I counted. So week 37 update, my numbers, my highest recorded weight was 557 pounds. 366 was my surgery weight on July 24th, 2014. Last week I weighed in at 248, and this week I weigh in at 247 with a pound loss. So I'm just going to run by real quick. The week before last, I had a really, really difficult time with food. A lot of things emotionally came to head. I had to deal with finally being present with my mom's losing my mom and being over her memorial service and just dealing with the absence of her presence. And that was difficult. And I had to deal with some other issues with somebody else that I hadn't dealt with. I just put it on hold because I just really couldn't deal with it and my mom at the same time. And I had to deal with the disappointment and hurt feelings that happened with that. Um, so that triggered some grazing and obsessive eating that I've been trying to struggle with since my mom passed away, because it's very hard for me to be present with my feelings. And if I focus on overeating, then I can feel bad about my overeating and I feel like I can control it, or I'm not present with what I'm really feeling or going through at the moment. Um, so there's that. So I made little like signs and placed them strategically in my kitchen that says ask before, and it's like, are you hungry? Are you upset? What was the trigger? And are you being present with your feelings? And the fifth one, which is very important, is at mealtime. So I put them on my refrigerator and I have them stashed away in my cupboard. And so I know that if I need to eat something, I have to ask those things of myself and answer them as honestly as I can. So that's what I've done to help with that for now. And it seems it's being successful. Gym, I go to the gym almost every day, sometimes twice a day. I do weights and I do classes every day. And I was just, like, I'm so excited. Like I do my dance classes, a yoga class, a Pilates class, and a couple of aqua classes during the week. So I'm actually quite thrilled with that setup, and I do weights too. So, and this is something I never thought that I would be able to do. I love going to the gym. I look forward to it every day. So what I really wanted to talk about was, actually, it's two parts. One has to do with the loose skin. I see lots of videos about people talking about it and showing it, and some of them are really upset about it, and some of them, want the surgery, and some of them it's just, it is what it is. And then I want to talk about the loose skin and your body issues during intimacy. And I've heard some people be very candid about this, but I kind of wanted to put my own take on it. So if you're easily offended by sex talk, you should probably stop the video now. So, so moving forward, loose skin. Yes, I have loose skin. I'm not at my goal weight. I'm actually about 100 pounds away from my goal weight. Um, but I have a lot of loose skin coming from 557 pounds. You can see it on my arms, and that's not too bad. I mean, like, I've had it worse, but this is because I've been doing weight, so it's been tightening up a little bit. But it's not going to tighten up all the way. I'll just have to deal with this. I have loose skin on my back and on my sides, which I'm not going to show because I'm not comfortable with showing that to the world. And where I carried most of my weight is in my lower belly, so I had something called an apron, which means that the fat hung over your legs. So I'm getting to the point where the fat itself is not hanging so much over, and I wear usually 2 to 3 layers of shapewear around my middle to hold it all in, because it is so loose that it actually falls to the side and gets caught on things, or I can roll over on it when I'm sleeping. So I even wear shapewear when I'm sleeping. And it's simply for comfort, and honestly, so that my foot clothes fit, because I'm shrinking sizes on top, which I have a really weird body shape. Like, I'll stand up in a minute and show you guys, but I'm actually really small on top, and I have a really small waist. At least that's what I've been told, that I have a really small waist. So a lot of the styles that I've been choosing to wear are more like the 50 styles, with a very natural waistline that's real tight on top, and then it flows down over your hips to about your knees, or just past your knees. And that seems to be flattering for my body type right now. And I like to have things that hug a little bit closer to my body, just because my weight loss is mostly up here and in my legs, and I feel like if I wear something long and flowy, that I look larger. Um, so, my clothing is kind of picked with how I feel, what I feel most confident and attractive in. Intimacy with loose skin. Um, well, before I start with that, I want to mention really quick that I've seen videos of people that are really upset about their loose skin, and some of them said that they wish that they hadn't had the surgery because they'd rather have the tight skin and being overweight. I've had people just say it is what it is. Here's my take on it. I would not trade this journey in for the world. I would not even trade the fact that I was 557 pounds, because being that weight taught me a lesson. Do I wish I'd lost the weight when I was a little bit younger? Yes, but I was not ready for that weight loss, so it came at a perfect time for me. I would rather deal with the loose skin and be at a healthy weight. I am so much more active and happier and more pleased with my appearance. I'm more confident and I'm healthier. And I will deal with the loose skin, whether my insurance will eventually remove it from me because it is very uncomfortable and it does pull on me, or I get skin infections and they'll have to remove it, or if I have to find a way to pay for myself. If I need it, I will find a way to take care of it. But if I financially can't take care of it and my insurance won't pay for it, I will deal with it. I will wear 5 layers of shapewear if I have to, because this is a better lifestyle for me. So that's strictly my take on it, and from a healthy point of view, and also from a body point of view. I mean, um, I'm not self-conscious about it. I'm very, very open about the loose skin. People ask me about it, and I will show them the shape of it, and I will explain to them what it is, and I'm not embarrassed. It's part of my body, it's part of my journey, and it's something I'm very, very proud to have. Not the loose skin per se, but these are my battle scars. These are the proof that I did a huge life change, that I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. This is my proof of how strong I am. So no, my loose skin doesn't bother me that much. Occasionally I do, get upset over it, of course, because things don't fit the way I want them to. Um, so now here's the big topic. This is about intimacy after surgery. Everyone has a different take because everyone's bodies are different, everyone's experiences are different. So in the past, I had one sexual experience before weight loss surgery, and it was absolutely tragic. It is not something I would ever recommend anybody experiencing. And it kind of put me off on dating in my 20s. And so I didn't date, and I only got larger, which made dating even impossible when I thought I was ready for it. Um, so after surgery, I started dating, and I started having some sexual experiences, some intimacy. And at first, I was very insecure because of all the loose skin, and I was still heavy. Um, but the fact of the matter is that anyone I'm going to be with, if they're turned off by the loose skin, then they're not the right person for me, and I don't need to be intimate with them because it is a gift. It's not something that I'm obligated to do or that I need to do. Um, it's very important when you lose weight that you get reacquainted with your body. And that's just because things shift. And I know that things are different for every woman and in a different position, but after weight loss, they shift again. And you can't direct your partner if you don't know where things are or if you're not comfortable with your body. So it's really important to get reacquainted with your body and get comfortable with it again and find what you like. I personally think sex is very healthy. I think it's a very natural thing as long as it's approached respectfully and it's something that you want. It's not something that's forced on you or anything like that. So I want to get that out of the way. This is not me soliciting and saying go out and have sex. It's just saying it is natural. And if you do, here are some things that you might experience. For me, it was very, very difficult for me to be I don't know how to put this. It was very difficult for me to get a pleasure sensation at first. And I think part of that had to do with the surgery, and part of that had to do with me being uncomfortable with my body. Um, but I will recommend that you are honest with your partner and that you guide them as much as you can, and enjoy the moment. If they don't want to be with you, they won't be with you. And obviously there's something there that they find attractive. So enjoy it. Don't get out of your head and just enjoy the moment of being with that person. The other thing that I wanted to also mention is if you're insecure about something about your body, it's okay to share those with your partner too, because the chances are is that they can do things or reassure you in ways that would make it, you know, a little bit more comfortable for you. For me, it's my stomach. I actually don't like my stomach touched because I'm very, very, very self-conscious about it. And one of my partners was just like, "You're being ridiculous," and he touched it anyway, and it was fine. And I was fine after that. I was like, "Oh, that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm okay with it now." It's like, it's just a stomach, regardless of the loose skin and where it is. It's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But sometimes you just need that one person to tell you, "You're being ridiculous. It's just a stomach. It's soft. It's, you know, I like it. It's okay," you know. So that, you know, be honest with your insecurities, and if you need something from your partner, ask for it, even if it is something as simple as like, "I need you to tell me that, you know, you like this, or that this is okay." It's okay to ask for that. For me, I will have to say that, like, intimacy has always been something that I really, really struggled with. It's always been more something along the lines that is a very, like, a trust thing for me. And yeah, so the trust thing with me, yeah. So I always try to pick my partners with people that I trust, that I know that aren't going to make me feel bad about my body, that aren't going to not engage with me because of my body. And I'm always very upfront about my bodies and the issues before we even get to that point, because I don't want there to be any surprise, you know, surprises. Um, so yeah. And I will say that, like, there is a time when, like, I had some other weight loss people that I've talked to, and the women say that there's a period, where your hormones go absolutely crazy, that you just are just so, I don't know how to put this politely. They just go crazy, and you're just looking for a partner. And I didn't believe it at first, because I was always been kind of reserved. And at first, I was kind of the opposite, where it was kind of like I wasn't looking, I wasn't interested. You know, it was something that was off-putting for me. And then I reached a point where I dropped a lot of weight, and all of a sudden my hormones are just like all over the place. And it is very, very true. So be aware of that, and make sure that when you're in that mode, that if you choose to go looking for partners or find a partner, that you're doing a healthy choice, that you're not doing something risky. Also, for women, it's very important for birth control. I think I had mentioned this before. VSGers don't have too big of an issue with absorbing the pill, but some people are different. And if you have the bypass, you will definitely have an issue absorbing the pill. So you may have to go with another form of birth control, like maybe the IUD, or you know, something along those depot, something along those lines, which can be absorbed a different way other than through your stomach. I choose the IUD, only because I didn't like the idea of a shot, and I like the idea that this lasted for 5 years. So very, very important, women, birth control and making sure you're making wise choices. And I've also been informed that you're extremely fertile after surgery, because your hormones are going crazy. And so sometimes condoms should always be used for sexual health and for protecting yourself. But as far as preventing pregnancy, you need to have another form of birth control as well. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I hope that it helped you, and I hope that I explained things well enough. So yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye on this heavy subject, right? Yeah. So remember, weight loss is not about a size or number, people. It's all about being healthy. And I hope the other side of surgery is as bright for you as it has been for me. And I want to wish you guys all a happy, healthy journey on your weight loss. So good luck, everyone, and lots of love and, you know, successful stories. Bye! Until next week.